Hello everyone, welcome you all to this new video. So in my previous video, I had started with module 2 of the subject electronic principles and circuits. Already module 1 is covered, around 10 to 12 videos are done, and in that module all the basic stuff related to to this subject I've already told you. So those who have not watched it, please go and watch it. It is available in this playlist. So we are going to be continuing with some of the concepts which we have left in the previous video of MOSFETs. Okay, so we have started with the MOSFETs right in the previous video. So those who have not seen it, go and watch it. In this video, we are going to be discussing with some small signal operation of and some models with respect to the MOSFET and its MOSFET amplifier circuits. Okay, so with respect to that, some parameters also we are going to be discussing in this video. So don't skip any part of the video. So let's start now. For small signal operation, we utilize the conceptual amplifier circuit as shown in this figure here. Okay, so this is that conceptual amplifier circuit for a simple MOSFET. As I've told you, MOSFET consists of three terminals mainly, that is drain, gate, and source terminal. We have one more terminal in between gate, drain, and source terminal, that is called as body terminal. Okay, so that won't be coming in picture with respect to the MOSFET amplifier circuits. So with respect to these three main terminals, we have constructed one conceptual amplifier which consists of one resistance, that is the drain resistance RD, and flowing through this resistance one current, that is drain current ID, which is in AC form because it is in small letter, and we are having one voltage source, AC equivalent voltage source VGS, and this is the corresponding DC source which is attached to this AC source in such a way that we would be getting one simple conceptual circuit which is utilized to study the operation of the MOSFET as a small signal amplifier. Okay, so this is that circuit, you please note it down. So the first parameter which we are going to be discussing in this small signal operation is the DC bias point. Okay, so we have an expression for that. You should be knowing some parameters with respect to the bias point, that is the DC bias current ID can be found by setting the signal VGS to 0. Thus, we could be concluding that by saying that ID is equal to half into K suffix n into VGS minus VT the whole square. So, this equation we have seen in the previous video, where this VGS minus VT can be replaced by one quantity that is called as V suffix OV. Okay, that is called as overdrive voltage. Okay, V suffix OV stands for overdrive voltage. What it does is it would be neglecting and cutting off the threshold voltage with respect to the voltage supply provided to the amplifier circuit. Okay, so that's the work of this overdrive voltage. So that's why here this VOV is equal to VGS minus VT, at which the MOSFET is biased to operate. The DC voltage at the drain VDS would be VDS is equal to VDD minus IDRD. We have seen in the previous video. And to ensure the saturation region operation, we must have this parameter, that is VDS should be strictly greater than VGS minus VT. For the saturation region, this thing you should be remembering, that is VDS should be greater than, strictly greater than VGS minus VT, and VGS minus VT can be replaced by VOV. So that's why VDS should be greater than VOV. Okay, so these things you need to be remembering under DC bias point for this simple small signal amplifier circuit. So next is the signal current in the drain terminal. Okay, what do you mean by this? You see here. Next, consider the situation with the input signal VGS applied. The total instantaneous gate to source voltage would be VGS is equal to capital VGS small plus small VGS, that is with respect to AC and DC components, resulting in a total instantaneous drain current ID. Okay, so with respect to these parameters, with respect to DC and AC parameters, we will be getting the term for called as total instantaneous drain current. Okay, so that is given by ID is equal to half times Kn into VGS plus small letter VGS minus VT, that is the threshold voltage, the whole square. Okay, so you could be simply simplifying it like this: ID is equal to half into Kn into VGS minus VT the whole square plus Kn into VGS minus VT into small VGS plus half into Kn into VGS square. Okay, so the first term on the right hand side of this equation 5.43 can be recognized as the DC bias current ID, and the second term represents a current component that is directly proportional to the input signal VGS. Okay, which is the second component, and the third term is a current component that is proportional to the square of the input signal, that is VGS square, right? So that's why whatever the input signal is there, its square would be proportional to the third component. And the last component which is present is undesirable because it represents the non-linear distortion. Okay, so since we are having some distortion taking place, so that's why that fourth component is neglected, that is it would be equal to 0. Okay, so to reduce the nonlinear distortion introduced by the MOSFET, the input signal should be kept small so that this relation would be coming into the picture, that is half into Kn VGS square should be strictly lesser than Kn into VGS minus VT into small VGS, which would be resulting in VGS would be strictly less than 2 times VGS minus VT. Okay, if you bring this to other side and if you cancel some of the terms, that is Kn if you cancel, and if you bring this 2 to other side, it would be 2 times VGS minus VT, right? And one VGS term also can be cancelled, so we'll be left with only VGS in this side, and we would be having 2 times VGS minus VT. Or equivalently, VGS is equal to 2 times VOV, because we know that VGS minus VT is equal to the overdrive voltage VOV. Okay, so if this small signal condition is satisfied, we may neglect the last term in equation 5.43 and express ID as the ID is would be equal to the DC component ID plus AC component ID, where this small AC equivalent ID, that is a small signal equivalent drain current, that would be equal to Kn into VGS minus VT into small letter VGS, that is for the AC. Okay, so the parameter that relates ID and VGS is the MOSFET transconductance. Okay, so these parameters which we get, right, ID as well as VGS, we are having one relation with respect to those parameters, and that relation is defined by transconductance or G suffix M. Okay, so that is given by G suffix M is equal to ID divided by VGS. So now what I'm doing is this VGS I'm bringing it to other side, so it would be equivalent to G suffix M, that is transconductance, and that would be equal to Kn into VGS minus VT. Or in terms of overdrive voltage, Gm is equal to Kn into VOV. Okay, so with respect to these parameters, we have got to know with one new term that is called as transconductance. So that also is very important. Note it down. So figure 5.35 presents a graphical interpretation of a small signal operation of the MOSFET amplifier. Note that the transconductance Gm is equal to the slope ID minus VGS characteristic at the bias point. So that's why this would be given as the partial differentiation between ID divided by VGS, where the VGS would be equal to the DC component of itself. Okay, so this is that plot with respect to the small signal operation, how it does with respect to different bias points kept here. This is the plot for VT, and these are the different biasing points. With respect to those points, the graphs are shown here. Okay, with respect to the slope, threshold voltage, and this is the overdrive voltage area. This thing is overdrive voltage, and this is the uh, reduced voltage, or can be also called as the VGS voltage with respect to the ID versus VGS plot. Okay, so this graph shows the small signal operation of the MOSFET amplifier. Okay, in total, which are all the parameters which we discussed in this small signal operation till now? Transconductance we have discussed, then signal current in the drain terminal, then DC bias point, and this conceptualized circuit with respect to the small signal operation. So these many points you need to be writing for the exam if they ask this question. Okay, so yeah, that's all for this video, guys. Hope you understood something. So let's see you in the next video with some other concepts of this module. Stay tuned. Thank you.